In 1973, nearly all records of one of the CIA's most secretive projects were destroyed. A project so unethical, so disturbing, that even the agency itself wanted to erase its existence. Its name, MKUltra. MKUltra wasn't just any government program. It was an extensive, multi-million-dollar experiment designed to unlock the deepest secrets of the human mind. The goal: to control thoughts, to reprogram behavior, to turn ordinary men into unwitting puppets. Could a person be completely controlled without ever realizing it? The Cold War and the birth of MKUltra. The year was 1953. The Cold War was escalating. The United States feared that Soviet and Chinese scientists were already experimenting with brainwashing techniques. Techniques that could turn American soldiers into spies, or worse, into mindless assassins. The CIA was determined not to fall behind, and so MKUltra was born, a classified operation spanning over 80 institutions, universities, prisons, hospitals, all secretly funded by the agency. The public had no idea. Even many of the scientists involved had no idea. But what happened behind closed doors was beyond what anyone could imagine. Unethical experiments in human guinea pigs. MKUltra was ruthless. The agency didn't just want to study the human mind, they wanted to break it. Doctors and scientists, some knowingly, others unknowingly, conducted psychological torture on unwitting subjects. LSD, hypnosis, electroshock therapy, sensory deprivation, sleep deprivation. Nothing was off limits. Many of these experiments had horrific consequences. Prisoners were force-fed high doses of hallucinogens for weeks on end. Mental patients were injected with experimental drugs, some losing their minds permanently. Even civilians, random people, were unknowingly drugged in bars and restaurants just to see what would happen. One such victim was a man named Wayne Ritchie, a government employee who was secretly dosed with LSD during an office party. Hours later, he became delusional. He tried to rob a bar, convinced the police were after him. He was arrested, but had no memory of what had happened. He was just one of many. Then, there was Frank Olson, a biochemist working for the CIA, a man with access to the darkest secrets of MKUltra. One night in 1953, Olson attended a retreat with his colleagues. Without his knowledge, his boss slipped LSD into his drink. At first, it seemed like a simple test, but Olson's reaction was violent. He became paranoid. He told his wife something was deeply wrong. Days later, Olson fell to his death from a 13th-floor hotel window. Suicide or something. For decades, the CIA claimed it was a tragic accident, but in the 1990s, new evidence emerged. A second autopsy revealed head trauma inconsistent with a fall. His family suspected murder. A 2017 lawsuit claimed Olson had been assassinated, silenced before he could expose what he knew. Why? Because he knew too much. The fall of MKUltra. By the 1970s, the truth was beginning to surface. A Senate investigation known as the Church Committee exposed the horrors of MKUltra to the public. Experiments on prisoners, on mental patients, on children. Without their consent, one woman, codenamed Patient 18, was subjected to months of extreme electroshock therapy, and drug-induced comas. When she woke up, she had forgotten how to speak. The backlash was immediate. In 1973, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered nearly all MKUltra documents to be destroyed, but some survived just enough to give us a glimpse into the horrors conducted in the name of national security. Did MKUltra ever really end? Officially, MKUltra was shut down, but did it ever really stop? In the 1980s, reports surfaced that similar experiments were continuing under new code names. In 1994, a U.S. government report acknowledged that thousands of people had been unknowingly exposed to radiation and chemical experiments. And today, some believe mind control research has simply evolved, shifting from LSD and electroshock to psychological warfare and subliminal manipulation. Could techniques pioneered by MKUltra still be in use? Some say it never truly ended.